What a tender young creature, said the big bad wolf. What a nice, plump mouthful. Little Red Riding Hood by the Brothers Grimm. As most of us probably remember, Little Red Riding Hood is a righteous girl, but she is tempted as she strays from the path. In the original tale, Little Red is rescued by a hunter from the big bad wolf, but fairy tales change, and so do happily ever afters. So join with me as I follow the twists and turns of Little Red's path through the 20th century. We start in 1982 with Roald Dahl's revolting rhymes, Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. As soon as Wolf began to feel that he would like a decent meal, he went and knocked on Grandma's door. When Grandma opened it, she saw the sharp white teeth, the horrid grin, and Wolfie said, "May I come in?" Poor Grandmama was terrified. "He's going to eat me up," she cried. And she was absolutely right. He ate her up in one big bite. But Grandma was small and tough, and Wolfie yelled, "That's not enough! I haven't yet begun to feel that I have had a decent meal." He ran around the kitchen yelping, "I've got to have a second helping." Then added with a frightful leer, "Therefore, I'll sit and wait right here till Little Miss Red Riding Hood comes home from walking in the woods." He dressed himself in coat and hat and put on shoes, and after that, he even brushed and curled his hair and sat himself in Grandma's chair. In came the little girl in red. She stopped. She stared, and then she said, "Dear Grandma, what big eyes you have." "Oh, look better to see you with, my dear." "And Grandma, what other nose you have." "Oh, the better to smell you with, my dear." "And Grandma, what a lovely furry coat you have on." "No, that's wrong. Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I've got?" "Oh well, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway." The small girl smiled. One eyelid flickers. She whips a pistol from her knickers. She aims it at the creature's head, and bang, bang, bang. She shoots him dead. I came across Miss Riding Hood, come home from walking in the woods. But what change? No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. She said, "Hello, and do please note my lovely furry wolfskin coat." So as we can see, over a century after the original tale, Little Red Riding Hood goes from being saved to saving herself. In this next piece, she makes a peace with the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood, a politically correct bedtime story by James Finn Garner. Once upon a time, there was a young person named Little Red Riding Hood, who lived on the edge of a large wood with her mother. One day, her mother asked her to take a basket of fresh fruit and mineral water to her grandmother's house. On her way, Little Red was accosted by a wolf. "What's in the basket?" "Some household snacks for my grandmother. Not that she's sick, but rather in full physical and mental health, and fully capable of taking care of herself as a mature adult." "You know, my dear, it's not safe for young girls like you to be walking in these parts alone. You know what I mean." "I find that remark offensive in the extreme, but I will ignore it because of your traditional status as an outcast from society. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way." Little Red Riding Hood took the main path to Grandmother's house, but the wolf knew a secret way. He burst into the door and ate Grandma, a perfectly valid source of action for a carnivore such as himself. Then in came Little Red. "Dear Grandma, I brought you some sodium-free, fat-free snacks." "Come closer, my dear, so that I might see you better." "Oh dear, I've forgotten. You're as optically challenged as a bat." "Grandma, what big eyes you have." "They have seen much and forgiven much, my dear." "And Grandma, what a big nose you have." Only relatively, of course, and certainly attractive in its own way. It has smelled much and forgiven much, my dear. Grandma, what big white teeth you have. I'm glad of who I am and what I am. He grabbed Little Red Riding Hood, intent on devouring her. But as she screamed, her screams were heard by a local woodchopper. Log fuel technician, as he preferred to be called. He burst into the door and tried to intervene. But as he raised his axe, Little Red and the wolf both stopped. How dare you assume that little girls and wolves can't solve their own problems? Shame. After hearing her speech, Granny jumped out of the wolf's mouth, grabbed the woodchopper's axe, and chopped his head off. After this ordeal, Little Red, Grandma, and the wolf felt a commonality of purpose. They decided to build an alternative household built on mutual respect and cooperation, and lived happily ever after. Now we go to 21st century with my own retelling of the tale. Red Soho Hood by Nina Romeo. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who had an exclusive shop in Soho, New York City, that is. Red Soho Hood. That's why they call me Red Riding Hood. Cute. One day, a very wealthy customer entered her shop. I should like to buy a wolfskin riding hood. Very rare. Have it ready by 3 o'clock p.m. Money is no object. Wait, wolfskin! Meanwhile, not too far away, a mother wolf was calling to her son. Walter! Yes, Mama, honey? I need you to take this basket to Grandmother's house. But she took a basket here only yesterday and got a bunch of stuff. I know, but she forgot her teeth. And you don't already have to sit there and gum her goodies, do ya? Good heavens, no! Give me the basket! Now remember, Walter, take this basket straight to Grandmother's house in New Jersey. And don't talk to strangers, especially Red Riding Hood. Don't worry, Mama. I'll be careful. And he was off. Just then, Little Red looked out the window. What luck! A wolf on the hook! Hey, buddy, you are a wolf, aren't you? Yep, I'm in it. Hey, wait a minute. Who's the Red Riding Hood? Yeah, isn't that keen? My mama, honey, warned me about you. Oh, don't be so touchy. Look, I got a rich customer who'll pay $10,000 for a pelt like yours. Really? Sure. I'll give you 2%. 2%? Are you crazy? And he was off. Little Red had to think of something fast, and so she did, a few blocks further up. Get a plated offer. Free shave today only. Sounds like a good deal. Give me a clean shave. Get the conversation. Okay, I'm going to adjust the knife in the day. Careful, I don't want to mess up the sleeves. Sleeves? You're Little Red Riding Hood, aren't you? Come back! I'll write up you just for 80%. Time was running out even faster now. She had to think of a way. That's it. When he takes the pass train, I'll race him to Grandma's. She got there first. She grabbed the bearskin rug off the floor to make herself look like Granny. Then the wolf came in. Oh, Granny! I went to... Granny! What tiny eyes you have! Oh, but that is to see you less, my dear. I mean, and Granny! What high quality fur you have! Oh, the better to... The better to... Yeah. And... Granny, equals wolfskin equals $10,000! Oh, but come on. Would I sell my Granny to a measly $10,000? Of course I would! Sorry, Granny. Just then, 3 minutes after 3, a very happy, wealthy customer was exiting Red, or should I call it Walter Wolf's, Soho Hood. For by the looks of it, the wolf was to become a billionaire in the riding hood business and live happily ever after. So as you can see, whether this tale is told funny, scary, classic, or contemporary, it all leads us to the same moral. In the words of Bruno Bettelheim, there is not something in us that likes to be fed wolf. You have no power over us.